What's up, y'all? This your boy DJ 56 coming live and direct. Haven't did a vid in a long time, so it's a new one. This video is about the reloops, about two reloops. You know, rmp-3, and I'm here to give you some pros and cons about it. Before I do that, there are people, a couple of people overseas, not too many, it's only one guy or two guys in the United States giving reviews about the reloops. Well, my reloop is a pro and cons. That's kind of going to be my reviews from now on, pros and cons. What pros and cons, so you look for what to look at it. Because maybe my pro is your con, maybe my con is your pro, but this is my pros and cons. So tell me if you like it. All right, one, I'm gonna tell you all the pros that I wrote. I write a sheet, so I'm looking down. I'm looking at a sheet that I wrote. One of the pros is I like the sleek feel look of it. Actually, I seen it on the web, and I went to the store and seen it. Yes, if you look at it, it does look sleek. If you look at it, you're looking at my hand, it looks sleek. Slick, it's classy, but it's got a little slick. It's slick like. That's one of the things I like about it. So I'm gonna keep my eyes on it so y'all can keep looking at it. Another thing is that it's very light. Versus I got these V7s, these brothers are tank. Feel like turntables, the same weight as turntables, same weight as the CDJ's 1000. But this is like, to be honest with you, it's like a third of the weight. A third of the weight. I'm telling you. I mean, I want to say a fourth, but this brother is very light. So, it's not that heavy. You buy cases for him. Also, the sensitive touch in it. Let me turn to a track. The sensitive track, that's another pro thing I like about it. It's very sensitive. Stop on the dime. A guy got his name Alex. I forgot his dude name from overseas. That accent. Dude was saying how sensitive it is. It is sensitive, like you said. It's sensitive to the touch, man. So when if you're scratching, it's good. USB link jump drive. That's one thing I like about it. If you notice, I don't know. I'm trying to get the angle because it's a little dark in my crib. But it's a jump drive right here. All right. You can link it to the other one over here. And right now it doesn't see it right now if you look at it. I plug it back in because I didn't initiate it. And then it just starts seeing this. And now I can go through it. And so it shares, and that's a pro I like about it. I like about that pro. Another pro is that it works with tractor well. I didn't pull a tractor up. I have Serato up. But it works with tractor quite well, when you have it in MIDI mode. It's a certain function. You press right here, and it goes into MIDI mode. This is what you call the MIDI mode. And then, press tractor, pull up, and then it works with tractor, works well with tractor, in MIDI mode. That's tractor. I just said tractor. I ain't said another software. But I'm not gonna get to the cons yet. It say work with Serato Scratch Live. Well, it works with Serato Scratch Live in real time mode, real time and absolute mode. So I can put it on. I can see if I can do it with this camera in my hand. See if I can find the time code. Drop a song in. Drop some reggae, man. Some Shaba. So I still got the things messed up from listening to real play. But it plays real good, and I like that about it. So it plays good, plays nice. Nice touch. So Plays alright, man, with the Serato and any other software that's in time code mode. Another thing I like about it is the search button. Well, it's in the well, you know what? It's in time code mode. Let me get another track. You know, this you know, yeah, I don't have the still got it in what's the name mode. Took the sound card out. Well, I got this one. Well, you know what? It can go to a song real fast. It can jump to a song real fast. I know it don't have the touch. Don't have no touch up here like this. This V7 got the touch, needle drop. This don't have a needle drop, but the search is fine. You know, normally I don't search so far. I normally have the cue set up. That's another thing I ain't gonna talk about yet. But normally has, you know, the search going through the song. It's all right. I like the search with the knob. You know, I can't really complain about it. Keep my eyes on it, so y'all keep your eyes on it too. Also, the next file search. You know, when you jump to another file, I got it on single mode. But if I want to jump to a track using the knob, just like any knob, you know, it'll jump to another track real quick. If you hear the song, it just jumps to the next song, and I like that. You even have a bank up here if you want to skip through. You can play a song and skip through songs, and it still be playing the original song that you played at first. So that's kind of pro. I like that. That's a pro. Keep your eyes on that so y'all keep looking and seeing something I don't see. The LCD is nice and big. You know, I like that about it. You know, LCD go through it. That's something I like. It has a sleep mode on it. You know, after 15 minutes, it'll go in sleep mode. Like it just have Z's in it. That's something I like. The effect buttons, I like that. They alright. You know, they right here. If you can see them. You know, if you can't see them on my screen, you know, you can go to somebody else's vid. They'll show you about those effects. You can see them. Anything you can't see, go on somebody else's vid because my light is dim. Can't really see it. Also, the headphone. You know, it has a headphone in the jack in the back. What's the reason why they having a headphone jack when you hooking up RCA up there? Well, I ain't seen no real reason until one day I was leaving and I was checking songs and I didn't want to cut my whole system on just to check some songs. Well, plugged it in, headphones, it was nice and loud, man. I was just playing one deck, felt real good. I was going through my songs using my USB jump drive and I'm just going through the songs, man. It was feeling real good, man. So I think that was a plus, man. So I said, hey, man, that's a plus. You know, that's a plus for me, you know. So I'm like, okay, I like that. I like that. And that's kind of my pluses. It's got 14 pluses. I got 15 cons. Oh, here they go, the cons. The cons is with this, man, that they ain't explaining. Well, none of them explaining. So yeah, I'm telling the truth on this cam. It don't have no hotkeys. These buttons up here, if you look and someone you never seen it, like mine's is dark, so if you don't see it, it's alright. These are not hotkeys. They loose. But I'm gonna get to that. They don't have no hotkeys on there, so you know, I don't know. Two is this right here. The buttons by has a flimsy software. You know, just like to set the tone. This is the software right here. I'm pointing to it at the bottom. I'm gonna pull it up. This is the software. It's flimsy. I don't know if you can see it. Flimsy's already. It counts the. You go in here. You put your jump drive in the computer, or sometimes it can read it from the deck. And man, it just gives a flimsy read. It don't give you nothing. You can't really tag the beat per minute because the beat per minute is always jumping. Though the beat per minute in your software sees the beat per minute. This won't see the beat per minute. It keep reading, you know, automatic reading the beat per minute, just like it's doing now. It's reading beat per minute. It's gonna keep jumping. So the tag is like, okay, you're not gonna read it. I mean, the tag in Windows say this is the beat per minute, but it's not accepting that beat per minute. Then it got a raggedy software, man. That I don't know what, man. They gotta get better than that. That software is super whack. So. Setting a preference. You know, it took a while about setting in preference. You know, it's a certain way you can set going here. You double click these two buttons right here. No one never showed this. None of the English guys over in Britain or whatever they at never said anything about setting the preference where it's at. Had to read the instructions many times because it's just the instructions is like, I ain't gonna get on that, bro. So you know, you press these two buttons. It's track, and this button right here where it says track push and track sub menu. And then you get the function. Then you can be able to, you can go through the versions and da 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 da, man. You know, if you wanna, you want to, and you go. So it took me a while to figure that out. I was very upset. I was about to take that brother back because I couldn't change something. Then also another con is that though they can link together with the MIDI, with the jump drive, they can't link together MIDI wise. Even though the function is in here, it can't link MIDI. You have to put both CD decks into the computer as USB drive. So the computer see one of them, see two of them. Now with my virtual DJ, my V7s, they link to each other. You only have to link one of them to the computer, and the computer sees, you know, the MIDI setup as it is. And I guess I seen it one day. This like a high MIDI, and this is the low MIDIs, and these the high MIDIs in the notes. So you know, up to 128, and these the lows I think on the 66. So that was cool how Newmark thought about that. But this, you gotta hook both of them up to the computer. So if you got a Mac, you know the Mac don't really have too many inputs. Maybe you have to buy a hub if you buy this. If you seen somebody with a Mac with this on the web, you're gonna notice they have a hub because you gotta plug both of them up to that to get. That's a con right there. Also, Virtual DJ. Virtual DJ, there's some guy who made the software for the MIDI mapping for it, but it doesn't recognize it. So that means you have to map the whole thing with Virtual DJ, and that's something you want to do. So all the people who got Virtual DJ, there's a mapping on the website, but it won't recognize it in the software. And I have the latest 7.05, I think. That's the latest, so it's not going to see it. So you mess with Virtual DJ. Remember I said tractor in Scratch Live, tractor. But it do time codes, but it won't recognize it. This is one of the things that was maybe I'd say that they could have compensated for a lot of stuff, knowing whatever, and they have a MIDI. And I do like the MIDI in here somewhat, but this is one of the things they should have done. This should have been a hybrid player, knowing that the player is not really recognized by a lot of manufacturers. It should have been a hybrid. What I mean by hybrid is that they should have gave you certain buttons that can be MIDI and certain buttons that can be relative. Just like this should have been relative to time code, and this could have been relative. This could have been MIDI. You know, they should have gave me the option: which one do I want MIDI? Which one of them do I want real time? Audio or analog. That's a pro they should have did, knowing that, you know, it can't mess with Serato. They know most people messing with in the United States, we messing with Serato more than tractor. So the pitch bend, you got 2 points on the pitch bend. When you playing a song, and I'm gonna do it. One of the things wrong with the switch pen, you know, this buttons down here that, you know, the pitch bend the buttons that go slow and fast, it feels flimsy. You see how I'm shaking my hand? That's how flimsy it is. I ain't like that. It should have just been stiff, just like this about the stiff, just a little bit flimsy. I get away with it because, you know, I use it, but it's flimsy. Now, you know what? Now, another con is about the pitch bend. Check this out. The pitch bend. Now, you know how you touch the side to make it go, you know, if you trying to, you know, you trying to blend it to another music. Well, the problem with that, it does it, but it does it too fast. So when you pitch bend this this way or this way, this brother will go 2 times the speed. Which means if my song is going 126, that brother will go 252. Watch this real quick. Look how fast. I'm just spinning it. That brother goes up too fast. It bends too fast. I tried to go in here and see if the settings will let me adjust it. There's no settings for it. Search around. I don't know how many times I read the menu. That's another con. I don't know how many times I read the menu trying to understand this brother. That was another con right there. The beat per minute, right here, what you were just looking at. It has a tap on it. It's right here. Well, though you tap it, sometimes it get it, and sometimes it doesn't. And you already know your beat per minute because you maybe pulled them over the MP3, so they was already tagged in maybe in a software that you was already working in. So it's already tagged. The beat per minute is already tagged, so you know what the beat per minute is. But sometimes it get it, sometimes it don't. So you can't really rely on the beat per minute all the time. Even if you tapping it, you can't rely on it. Another con. This is one of the hugest cons. I want to put this first, but I just put it at this number 10 con. This is the biggest con of all of them. The loop mode. They focus too much on the loop mode on here. All these buttons right here are for the loops. Ain't that much looping in the doggone world, man. Like, come on now. All these buttons, these 2 buttons right here and this button right here are focused on the loop. The automated loop, to do an automated loop while you're in the song, you have to press the shift button and these fractional buttons, like the 1/8 and 1/4 and 1/2 and the whole beat. You gotta press both of them all the time to do an automatic loop like you just want to catch it right there. That's a con. Another is the measuring of the loop only go to 1/4. It's the ending right here. That means, when it means 1/4, they 1/4 means 1, 2, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the biggest loop that the automatic can do. Now, you can go in and press in and out in the loop how long as you want to, but the automatic loop is normally longer than that. I guess, I'm using the V7. I guess I'm getting spoiled by the V7s because, it give me a good long loop. But this give me 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, that's like a 2 on mine on this V7. So that was another con. So I'm just getting y'all to think about it, if you're listening to it. Another pro is this right. Another con is this right here, is that I say the pads that meant for sampling, not cues. I don't care what you do. Another thing is that the sampling, when you do want some sample, just saying you do want some sample, it's fixated to that certain song. Though it said it allow you to get 5,000, I think, samples, it has to be, that song needs to be in a folder. Now, I normally have all my stuff by genre, but I believe they want you to have it by artist or album, and you can loop within that folder, but you cannot save it. It will, though it has a save button right here. If you turn it off to turn it back on, it's gone. That's also the way you get rid of the sample. I seen a guy, on their website say, if you want to get rid of the loop, you gotta just turn it off, turn it back on. Yeah, while party going, you want to get rid of this loop. That was another con. I'm like, oh my goodness. Well, the MIDI mode. When you're MIDI mode, it's not possible to display the songs that that you're playing. Just saying, I know there ain't no Pioneers. Pioneers does that, but when you're in your software, I was thinking that it can be able to display the song that you're selecting, even if you're in MIDI mode. Just to read, but didn't pick that up. It doesn't. Another con, number 12, doesn't have an auto gain. Another con, the Q setting in the adjustment. You know how you set in a song, you want to set a song on something, and you press Q because that's where you want the song to actually start. No, it's going to start always at the beginning. It has an auto cue, but it's always going to start, so you can't really set the cue where you want the cue to be at. It's bad enough they don't give you hot cues, but then you can't set the cue where you want the cue to be at. Also, they'll have a sleep mode. They have a reverse mode, but it's not a sleep mode reverse. What I mean sleep mode, bleep mode reverse. I mean bleep. Just saying you want to bleep something out, and then the song keep going forwards at the same timing. It doesn't do that. It go full reverse. That's something that they messed up in. Also, for people who sync, it doesn't have a sync in it. I don't sync, but I'm just letting you know. So somebody says, does it sync? No, I don't sync. It has a sync button on here, but I think that's for MIDI mode when you're in MIDI mode. So that's just your boy DJ 56 giving you a review on the Reloops RMP-3. Well, do I want them? Yeah, I still want them, man. Even though they got more cons than pros, I'm working with it. I like them. You know, this one of these pros outweigh these, these cons. Was thinking about giving them back. So, it's your boy DJ 56. I'm out of here.